Oh, it looks dry at the moment. Right, testing my mic and volume. If someone can let me know, that'd be fantastic. Sounds fine at the moment. Thank you very much, Colin. First of all, I would like to apologise for last week. I do apologise. I've been pushing myself very hard recently, and I did fall asleep on stream, which I'm extremely sorry for. It won't happen again. I'm going to push through and keep going. All dry, but a 21% chance of rain. Very interesting. So, yeah, moving forward, just a massive apology for last week. It's the first time it's happened, and I literally just, I don't know what it was. I just absolutely went. I ended up carrying my mic at the same time, so I broke that, which was always fantastic. But yeah, so I have my Red Bull, I have a Monster in my bag, and I have my water. So hopefully we can work on through. And welcome by. Welcome by. So we have Marshall, Albie, Trim and Greg out on the mediums. Evening Marshall. Everyone else is out on the softy wafty. It's a massive group of cars here. All fighting for track position. I mean, guys, this is full quali. You can give each other a little bit of space. I mean, it probably would be appreciated, a little bit of space. There's no need to be like all grouped up here, especially here at Imola, because a car could just lose it, boom, and then they've caught you, and then that's your qualification over. So yeah, my advice is back up a little whittle and go from there. Is that Kieran on the first lap? We will ride on board with Mr. Walls himself as he goes really wide. Wow, that lasted long, Kieran. But that is a purple first sector, so well done. Yeah, jump on board, Kieran, and he's straight off. Fan-dabby-dozy. Kieran's setting a 1:17.2, so it doesn't seem too bad of a time. Well, okay, I said it didn't seem too bad of a time with that off. As Flex goes in there with a 15.6, completely blows Kieran out the park. Jump forward, Kelpie. Kelpie's coming through now here. Looks like get a bit of traffic there, or is that Forey just sat on his butt trying to get a toe out? The Forey's backing off as Kelpie has invalidated. Kieran's retired. What's happened to Kieran? He's crashed. Kieran's done what we all knew he. Yeah. So Kieran has crashed. Oh, Kieran. I have to say, mate, you never let me down. You always give me a chuckle. Come join me on comms for the quality if you want. This is a horrible track, I have to admit. I can't stand this track. I will flick off in a second. Oh, look, Luckman driving tonight. Oh, cheeky little Luckman. Jump on board with him. Let's see where he goes. Been demoted from comms, I see. It's good as shit, mate. I mean, Jacob, we love you really, Lupman. Lupman across the line with a 16.3. So not a bad time from Lupman. JJ Trim with 129. I'm assuming he's on a oh, so Albie's invalidated again. So Albie's on his second lap on these mediums, and looks like he's invalidated both of them. Jumping on board with Mechanical. Oh, he's invalidated. Who have we got on our lap? Jump over Marshall. He's on the mediums. Albie's on his second lap on his mediums. Greg has done a 15.5 on the mediums. It's not a bad time, that there. You can't set in third at the moment, but Flick has done 2 laps now on those soft. Rick's up there with a 14.8 though, so I missed that time plop in there. So that's a good time from him. Looks like a slow moving Ferrari. So if he doesn't get in Marshall's way, Marshall's come up to that corner where he is at the moment. Yeah, fires to one side is what we like to see. It's still a bit distracting. They go into the corner having a car there, because you're looking at Apex and all you can see is a car. So Marshall on the mediums with 16.6. He will need to go again. Albie will 38.5. So his first competitive lap. Jumping forward, Colpy. I think this is the second. Oh, he almost invalidated there. How the hell did he get away with that? He's a lucky ducky. See, you can't take a lot of that inside curve there, but I was watching today practice and they're flying over that curve. They're using every part. Oh, Colby uses all of the slipstream there and more. Oh, it loses the back end. It's a little bit of slide that's going to affect his time. Colby goes to the line and it's only a 15.7. How much did that slide cost him? A couple of attempts, I'd say, which would put him in the 15.5s. I think 15.5 is going to be cut off, you know. But LF Racing's back. He's been out of it for a while. LF Racing's missed a couple of races. He's now second in the championship to Bruges. Is Bruges in this one? No, Bruges in there. Yeah, he is. He is second and third. To Bruges is our championship leader at the moment. 14.8 from LF. He hasn't slowed down a bit, has he? Did he take time off to make this championship come alive? Jump on board with Mechanical because he's the only one not settled on lap at the moment. Colin there in third at the moment. So Colin, Bruges and LF, I believe, are your championship fighters. I will double check that for you. Discord is there. So driver standings, we have Bruges on 176. We have LF Racing on 159. Adam is there one on 158, so he's one behind Adam Racing. Adam's not racing. Interesting. And then Collins in fourth on 135, and then Colby's fifth on 75. So a massive drop from fourth to fifth there. And then of course the constructors with Williams at the top, 666 the Devil, and DEVIL the Devil. Mercedes there on 152, so it's going to be hard to catch Williams. And then Aston Martin in third on 471, and then it drops down to Alpine and Haas on 390s, Red Bulls on 329. So it's AlphaTauri on 329. So there we have it. Just jumping aboard with Trim as he sets the fastest lap with a 14.7. What a time from Trim. Elevation's on the out lap. He doesn't need to be. Doesn't need to be at all. Flicks is on his third lap, I believe, on these soft tyres. Collins retired. I believe that is in the pits. Yep, he hasn't came out. I think he knows he's done enough there. I think he's done enough personally. 5 minutes to go. I don't see many people jumping up that far from where they are. I mean, some of them need to, yeah. Anyone from 10th downwards needs to make up over a second to jump Colin. I mean, it could happen. They might have made a mistake. Anything can happen in this. Albie has got a flashing fuel light, so he might go into fuel mode. Now we crossed the line. He didn't improve though. Colby did improve with 15.2, so he did lose a lot of time there. Same time as Bruges, or similar time. Flicks is now on the fourth lap on these tyres, but he did purple the first second sector, sorry. So this is what this time is. I mean, four runs on a set of tyres. I think he's doing the whole Gordon Prue on this tyre. He manages to improve. Splits Bruges and Colby with a 15.2. Christ, what can he do on a fresh set? 4 laps on those soft tyres and he still manages a 15.2. think Kane Lowry needs to step aside. We have a new tyre whisperer. How he's managed that on those. On board with Airways, and then he has a Alpine behind him. Ricky's retired. I'm assuming that's in the pits. Airways did move up to a 15.9, puts him 11th. Luckman's validated again. Ricky's not lap. How much fuel has this dude got in his car? No, he's off. He's well off the pace. I thought he was putting another lap in then. I was like, Jesus Christ, how much has he got? Drop over Greg at the moment. Watch out, Colin behind you, it's Albie. Hi, Bacardi. You're in 13th, mate. You should be, yes, yapping and more tracking. You can get knocked out, you sausage. Jesus Christ on a motorbike. God. If Bacardi had brains... No, if brains were rubber, Bacardi wouldn't have enough to make an ant a flip-flop. What are you doing an outlap now? There's no point, is there? Where are you on this outlap? Albie's retired. Is that in the... Must be in the pits. It's going to be interesting to see if Bacardi can actually get around to start a lap. Marshall putting it 10th with a 15.4. King Luckman with a 16 flat. Well, because he's just started. He just made it. Together we made it. Practice you're hitting a 15.2 and you've invalidated every lap. Oh, mechanical. So what Bacardi can do, this isn't an invalidated lap. I mean, he doesn't need to finish this now, but only 12 with 17, 15.7. have it. So we're losing Kieran and Mechanical out the first one. And LF Racing topping the charts with a 14.4. Sounds like a you problem, not us problem.
Became the youngest winner of a GP at just 18 years and 228 days old when he won the 2016 Spanish GP. Coincidentally, he pushed Sebastian Vettel off the top of that record, who came second place in that same race. We might be used to blistering fast pit stops, some even approaching the 2 seconds. Well, that would go to Valtteri Bottas, who had to retire after a seized wheel nut forced him to retire in the 2021 Monaco GP. The seized nut was removed 43 hours later, which officially makes it the longest pit stop turnaround in history.
Every of them coming out, they're coming out the pits there. They're coming out the pits there. Everyone's coming out the pits apart from Bruges, Marshall and Flex. Colin there with 15-0, Copy there 15-8, VV with 16-0. Switch camera, no not camera, switch person. King was 16-4, Airways was 16-4. On board with Albie is validated. LF Racing. Race straight in. Trouble with Rick is going slow as he's building up. Flick straight in there with 15-0, but we know that he... Why is Bruges... Oh, Bruges and Greg set exactly the same time. I was like, why is Bruges' time purple, but he's in second? But yeah, they've set exactly the same time. Okay, so Rick was on the build-up lap, so we'll stay on board with him. Nope, I thought Rick was doing a couple of laps there. Everyone's into the pits. JJ is on the out lap, and so we're jumping with JJ. We know he's quite competitive. Oh, Bacardi and Mechanical having a bit of a love affair in chat. Oh, you girls. We'll bang your heads together in a minute.
Affectionately known as the Jackhammer. It's almost a given that drivers on the grid today are car racing as children, so they can enter the sport with as much experience. The inaugural World Drivers' Championship is season effect.
Oh, Colin jumped up there as well. So Trim managed a 14.5. Colin managing a 14.6. Airways is starting on a lap. Albie's on the mediums. Why? Each their own. Rick, I'm interested in. Oh, Rick's just starting. We'll ride the ball with Rick. He's got some pace. So Rick's going to cross the line now. I was fortunate to use a toe there. Rick there with a 14-2. What's wrong with Rick? What can... Oh, LF just coming out. So what can the LF do now? Right. Flicks. Is he on multiple laps? It looks like it. Jump above him because it looks like he's going for a second lap here. Again, he's filled his car up and he's just going to go round and round and round. Purple middle sector. You spin me round, baby, right round.
Ferrari takes the #1 spot for almost all constructors. It's a team with the most world championships won, most Grand Prix wins, most pole positions, and most race entries. We won't be using blistering fast pit stops, so we hope
14-6 he's managed, so whatever he's doing to those tyres, he's doing bloody well. Jump with Bacardi. Greg jumps up with a 14-2. Oh, has Colin made a mistake by retiring so early? Can we see these people getting to the 14s as well to push them out?
also took 3 victories for start points after having retired. For 2022, the FIA announced
We're on the ball with Picard at the moment. He has got a red fuel light flashing. This is his second lap on these. Bacardi's wrecked it. How he's managed that? Oh, LF racing with a 14-2. On board Marshall. Bacardi doing Bacardi things. For some reason, my thing is saying it's connecting. Let me reload the stream, Twitch stream, because it's apparently disconnected. Can't see the comments.
The Nürburgring is the only F1 track Prix and Luxembourg Grand Prix.
So Copy's managing a 14-9 as well.
World Championship winners. Coverage 19,000 RPM.
Boosted to the pits. King. King jumps into the pits. Marshall's invalidated. VDV is on a lap. Ricciardo's wheel still in the middle. VDV put in 7th with a 14.9, and that I believe is it. Luckman not setting a decent lap there. Whether he didn't get a good run or not, or I don't know. I almost forgot to do this then. Luckman, Albie, Airways, and yeah.
2014 ushered in a new set of regulations that saw us enter the turbo hybrid era of F1 car development. The biggest change being the engines, which were changed from 2.4 litre V8 engines to 1.6 litre turbocharged V6 turbines.
Right, so we're on the last set of qualifying.
Ferrari are the only team to race every single season of Formula 1. 2022, the FIA announced that cars would now be rolling on 18-inch wheels, far larger than 13-inch wheels used prior. These larger tyres were designed to reduce overheating, improve grip and provide more aggressive racing. If you don't know, the tubular safety device that sits over the driver's head, aptly named the halo, is constructed out of titanium and adds roughly 9 kilograms to the car's total weight. British constructor Arrows never won a race after 383 attempts, the highest of any team in Formula 1 history. They came close 5 times in 1978, 1980, 81, 85 and 1997. 2019
Copy is on the first hot lap, so we will ride aboard with Copy. Let's get up the deltas and telemetry. Not that we need it for the first lap, but it's always good to have it. Nice to see you. To see you. Nice.
The United Kingdom has achieved more World Drivers' Championships than any other country, over a quarter of which was won by Lewis Hamilton. Formula One is named as such because the participants agreed to a set of rules where the
Corporation to the pits. Ooh, JJ with a 14.3. That's a competitive first time from him. He must have. It must be new sets. I'm sure most people have 2 new sets here at least. Sorry about that. My dad decides to ring at a really silly time. And F comes into the pits as well. Every time we run of someone, they come straight into the pits. So lap, but Colby's on our lap. So Trim is still up there with a 14.3, Colin with a 14.4, Bruce with 14.7, Rick with 14.7, Jag with 14.8. And Colby's on our lap now. I should really learn all the corners, shouldn't I, really? That would be far better. Go on, you boys. (14.8) from Colby. Chris is now out on our lap. How many laps? How many laps he got? Everyone's bringing me 2 seconds.
also took 3 victories, but lost out points after having retired from the other 3 races he entered. Sebastian Vettel holds the F1 record for the shortest time allowed to be He was not speaking in the pit lane in practice for 2000.
sorry about that. I had to answer that. I don't normally have phone calls from my dad, followed by my sister quite quick. Um, my granddad's in Russian hospital, so they're gonna let me know how that goes. So I do apologise.
Let's hope we see a good effort from the attack here today. In recent times, they've fallen to somewhat of a midfield team. Last time the constructor won a world championship was in 1998. It's almost a given that the drivers on the grid today were car racers and children. They'll take their into the sport as much experience. He was caught speeding in the pit lane in practice for the 2006 Turkish Grand Prix, almost immediately after he exited the garage, just 9 seconds into his F1 career.
Alright, Fritz has done that. I'm just watching him go straight across the track there. So everyone else on the outlap. Fritz is either going to do another run on these tyres. He's got to. He's got enough fuel. Hasn't got enough EOS. Everyone else on the outlap. LF Racing's just doing one lap. VDV's just doing one lap. We have 1 minute and something to go.
F1 engines during the V8 era and the mid-2000s, for example, could reach 90,000 RPM. In comparison, see their favourite drivers battle it out on track. British constructor Arrows.
LF with a purple second sector. Where is he going to put this? Yeah, guys, so all should be okay. My granddad. Oh, a 113.9 from LF Racing. Jesus Christ! Well, Colin there, 114.0. Bruiser 114.2. And that'll be it. Yeah, my granddad's 92. Basically, he's got breathing he's been having breathing problems, which is why they've taken him in. So we'll just need to wait and see. If I get a phone call back during this, I'm afraid to say I'll have to answer it. But yeah, we'll see how things go. but I do apologise. And there we have it. Everyone in, well, I'll say everyone in the 14s, but no, he's much higher.
Let's hope we see a good effort from McLaren here today. In recent times, they've fallen to somewhat of a midfield team. The last time they won a World Championship was in 9. Than any other country, over a quarter of which was won by Lewis Hamilton.
Oh, tyres, that's what everyone's got. Sorry, I'm a bit distracted. I do apologise. Right, tyre. Oh! Everyone on mediums apart from Albie, who is on the hards. Ball with Colin. Oh, there's a massive hole there. And we're off. And I've got a horrible camera. Why? Oh, there you go. God, it just picks some awful cameras. So everyone gets away quite nicely, looking at it, looking down the field. A couple of people moving positions, but no one doing anything drastic. Colin and LF though, having a starting to break away already for a little bit from Bruges. They're going to be battling hard. So nothing drastic at the moment. Elevation set the fastest lap. Everyone's through lap 1 quite cleanly. What we like to see. No one making a move down the main straight at the moment. Oh, as we say that, as we see Ricciardo trying to make his way past the Mercedes. He is currently in a Merc sandwich. He's the jam on their bread. So the Deltas all screwed up at the moment. I can guarantee they're not that far behind. Let's turn it back on. No, nothing I can do to get rid of that. I'm sorry. We'll just wait for it to clear itself out. DRS is now enabled. Colin putting a lot of pressure. There we go. It's all sorted out. Colin's putting a lot of pressure on the LF Racing now. I mean, they're all the same tyres as well, apart from Albie, of course, who's on the hards, but everyone else is on the mediums. I mean, everyone's within a second of each other. Oh, we've got a yellow flag. That is Kieran, I believe. Yep. It's a little spinneroony. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a baby, round. Colby's got a lot of pressure behind from Flicks, and then the exact same EOS. Really in front is on 76. Ricky's on 44. Greg's on 71. Trim's using a lot. He's on 44. Bruce on 60, Colin is nicely up there, but LF Racing still on 84%. 84% EOS still. Flicks is really pushing down to 35 now as he's putting pressure on Colby. Is Flicks going to make a move going into turn 1? We will stay on board with this one. Here's the inside. And he gets in front, he gets the move done cleanly. So that's Flicks in front of Colby now, so Bacardi will be just behind Colby. Colby again rinses EOS down to 38% as well. Back up to the front as they're starting to drop back a little bit from elevation. So let's see how if we can get back in contact with all this. So Bruges has dropped back to over a second now behind the leaders. So Bruges in this championship battle currently in third under pressure from Greg, who's got his teammate Trim behind him. Now will Greg let Trim go since Trim is more into his championship than Greg? Will there be team orders here? Trim getting a lot of pressure there behind Rick as Jag gets a... and Kieran's crashed. Kieran's brought out a safety car. Oh, Kieran. So, safety car's now out. Will anyone jump in the pits to change the tyres? Or are they just going to keep going? Lap 5, I'm assuming they just keep going. So, yeah, I wouldn't be one that jumps in the pits yet. I'm invited to a party with Kieran. Maybe he's going to join me on the commentary. Let's find out. That'd be maybe on notifications. Just now. Oh, there you go. Hello, hello, hello.
Evening.
What happened there then?
Exit the Villanelle chicane. Just had no grip on the rears.
No, it's a very tough track. I remember the rears being a pain in the ass here.
Yeah, during practice my rears were fine. Wearing evenly with the fronts. By the time we got to lap 4, fronts were on 4-5%, rears were on 17.
Oh, Jesus.
So, just absolutely no grip.
No, that doesn't sound good at all. Well, welcome in on comms. So we're currently behind the safety car that you caused.
The thing is, as it happened, I went to Luke, I could do with a safety car to get me back in this. Then at the next corner I went, and I've just caused one.
Nice. Well, we had Trim, Flicks, Panda, Luckman and Marshall all stop there. So they are on tyres. So Trim, Panda and Marshall went to hards, and Luckman stayed on mediums with Flicks on mediums. So what was the strategy here? Was it medium hard then?
Yeah, that was the optimal strat. Alternate was soft medium.
I wouldn't have said soft medium work here, would you? 32 laps?
Unless you are really kind huge tyres and you can get the softs to last you the best part of like 10 to 14 laps. As League of Island Collins just had a huge snap of oversteer out the final corner.
Yeah, I just saw that as LF got it going, and Colin has a slide there. But he's
But the
not
lower
dropped him
wings,
though. He's making a
yeah,
move though. It looks like he's decided to go into turn one. Thinks better of it,
sensibly
stops
backed out.
behind. Yeah. Or as we see, who's that? Is that Ricky Gordon? No, Greg Gordon.
Yep. As he's rejoined safely ahead of Albie, Colby, and Airways.
Yeah, that's what we like to see. We like it to be nice and safe when you rejoin. But Colin had that bit of oversteer, and he's still, without that oversteer, maybe he could have got the move done there.
Was it oversteer or was it just internet making it look like it was oversteer?
I don't know. I
Because
think Inset's normally quite good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just that one of those days on for everybody that, oh no, it was snap of oversteer. No traction out of the final corner, so.
Yeah.
But he's seems to be deploying his battery more than LF, just a little bit more, but
Yeah,
I think
LF doesn't seem to use a lot of battery. I have noticed that with him.
yeah, I think he's gonna go for it this time. Yep, deployed until he's completely passed this time.
And that is him passing turn one.
With barely a nose cone between him and LF.
LF's really sick. I have to say that about LF. He can really stick on the back of someone.
We've got Airways round in the first chicane.
He's back moving again. Yes, there's no safety car.
I can't tell you what any of the corners are called except for the Villeneuve chicane, which is the first one.
Yeah, no, I ain't got a clue either.
I know that, is it Tromborello or something, the flat out left, which we're coming up to, which is why we now have to chicane because of Senna.
Yeah.
RIP 30 years.
Anniversary, isn't it?
Yeah. Did you see Seb's race walk?
Yeah, I did. I noticed that Max was the only one that didn't wear the Senna colours.
Bottas didn't either.
I do not.
Bottas was in full cycling gear. So.
This is LF. I'm assuming he's going to make a move back at Colin.
Rick has got past VDV. And he's still deploying.
Oh, Colin managed to stay in front of him in that battle.
Yeah, but he's got 52% ERS. LF's got 79. And only the one DRS detection zone around here.
They got Trim fighting through a few corners there with Albie. Trim's made it past Albie, but there's put Pand on the back of Albie as well now.
Yeah, it's just interesting to see. This is, as I've just picked up a penalty.
Literally, I was lost for words then. I've never seen LF get a penalty. I was like,
It's one of those tracks, isn't it? That
yeah.
It begs you to run wide at every corner.
We've got 16 cars here, and we've got 6 people with penalties already.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you noticed on the opening lap or two, I was behind Lockman, and I misjudged my braking for the chicane. If you bail out of the chicane at the right time, you can kind of just go around the exit curb and exploit the track limit and keep your foot pinned. That's LF straight back up the inside.
Yeah, Colin went very defensive there though. The thing is, I was saying a minute ago, I've noticed that with LF, he can drive so close behind the car in front. It is unreal. I've never seen him rear end someone. And that's a lot of pressure having him, especially knowing how quick he is anyway. But when he's that close to you, that's a lot of pressure.
Oh yeah, undoubtedly. Alfa Romeo having a good showing today.
Yeah, 5th and 6th. Ricciardo's actually doing something like for a change.
As Albie's been overtaken by Lockman into turn 8. That's brave.
That's very brave. Turn 8.
As Marshall's gone round the outside of Colby at turn 9.
Jesus, these tier 3 drivers that came in tier 1 and they came in like a wrecking ball by the looks of things.
Ruthless. LF's pole time, by the way, was 3 tenths. Well, it was a tenth slower than the last time Esports drove here.
Oh, Jesus.
It was a year ago, mind. It was this time last year. So last year's game, but the cars have gotten quicker since last year.
Yeah.
So it is quite impressive that he's that close. So
We now
would
7
have,
people with penalties.
yeah. I'm just on board with Colby, who is. There we go, back past Marshall. Marshall made a mistake on the
Marshall made a
exit of
mistake.
the
Yeah,
Philadelphia game.
I was on with that as well. Who's this chipping in? Oh, it's Kez cheering on Bacardi. The only person in the world that likes Bacardi. He comes in every week to cheer on Bacardi.
Yeah, I don't mind Bacardi if I'm being honest.
No, I don't mind him. I like taking the piss.
Yeah,
He's just so easy to wind up.
yeah, he's a nice enough guy. Just a shame he's named after a bit of a rubbish Rob.
Yeah.
Um,
I'd say he's a nice lady rather than a guy. But he's a good girl.
Albie is down to 19% ERS.
Oh, yeah, Albie does use it a lot.
As Greg has got the first 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
God, that's gutting, that is.
It's such an awkward pit lane here though because it's straight off of the final corner, and the limit lane looks like it should be a lot further away than what it is.
Yeah.
Because the pit wall starts and there's the limiter lane. You'd think it'd be 20, 30 yards further. But no. It's an old school circuit. It provides good racing. I'm a fan of the gravel traps. Have you seen the updates to it that they've done for this year?
Yeah, I was watching practice earlier because a friend of mine kept ringing me and I had to go at her and I said, look, I don't miss anything to do with Formula 1. I said, stop ringing me, otherwise you're blocking everything.
So basically the entire middle sector,
basically
the entire middle sector, they've brought in the runoff and added more gravel traps.
Which is what they should do. Like,
Absolutely.
I don't like all this, like, oh, track limits. Because it wrecks racing. It wrecks it. Put a bloody gravel trap in there. You don't want them to run over it. They're not going to a gravel trap. Well, they did, but quite a few of them did.
Yeah, because they were getting used to the new track limits. I'm just on board with Flicks, who's sat behind Bruges and Rick.
I'm on the board with the exact same person.
I was on board with Albie, and I could just see the battle. Oh, sorry, on board with VDV. I could just see the battle developing ahead of me. So I thought, as I DNF'd tonight, I would come and give you a hand this evening, as I've not really got anything else to be doing.
Yeah, that's ideal. I mean, it's appreciated. It's so nice to keep me awake.
That's literally what I typed in the admin chat saying.
I did apologise to everyone at the beginning of the stream, but yeah, and then I had a phone call halfway through saying my granddad's been rushed into hospital. So,
all right,
which is a bit shit.
I hope it's okay. So far only the one safety car, which caused by myself.
Yep,
but
as always.
Yeah, I managed to go a season and a bit without a DNF, and then I've had 3 or 4 this season.
Yeah, I think I've had 2 this season.
So, as Marshall and Lockman are in the pits.
Yeah, I DNF'd at Australia and Canada, which was gutting, because they're the 2 tracks that I love, and in Australia was recovering Harvey, who span and then joined back on and then just drove onto the racing line, and I hit him. And then Canada was a collision with me and someone else. I can't remember who that was.
Mine at Canada was because I got a better run through the. I carried more speed into the World Champions than Dan, so I tried to take a slightly tighter line to give him more space on the exit, and that line I took was the sausage curb, so it kind of just ejected me into the World Champions on the other side, which
Nice.
we've all done it. Um, I was
That's the
trying
two
to.
leaders in. It's
Yeah,
interesting now how far Flicks can
Collins
go.
just picked up 5 seconds for speed in the pit lane, so is
Oh
Bacardi.
Jesus! So
So
Flicks in qualifying was doing 5 laps on soft tyres and still making a good time. I think his fastest lap he set in Q3 was on his 4th lap of the soft tyres.
Jesus.
Like, yeah, and that's what I thought. I'm like, step to the side, Kane Lowry. We've got a new tyre whisperer here. So I'm
Yeah.
intrigued to see how far he can actually take these mediums.
Speaking of which, Colby is in DRS of Luckman and Airways, as Luckman is going for the move on Airways,
And their teammates as well here.
and Collins just picked up 3 seconds, so
Oh,
he
that's
now
cool.
needs to finish 5 seconds ahead of LF on track to take that,
Yeah.
as Colby's
Copa's
past Airways
past
again.
Airways, yeah.
In the same place as last time, as Airways ran wide at the same place. And Mechanical is just chilling by himself in P20. P16.
Yeah, mechanical
P20,
doing
but it's on the
mechanical
16.
things.
In yeah, it's one of those that he used to love this place, but then the ground effects have ruined it for him.
Yeah.
Um, so it's just a place he used to have decent pace at, as you know, and as you've raced him multiple times around here, and he's just suffering. But he is one of the few guys without a track limit penalty at the moment.
Yeah, that's the thing. You keep it clean, you can gain so much, especially at
Late
these
safety
tracks.
car.
Yeah, same as Canada. Canada's another one that brings out a lot of track limits.
France too.
I think when I crashed out in Canada, I didn't have a warning, so I was in a good place, and like everyone in front of me had loads of penalties, and I was gutted there, but
Yeah.
still fighting for 4th in the championship.
Yeah, you've had a decent season.
I have only been reported once.
As Bacardi is on the back of Jag Grey Bruges again, going into the chicane, which I got a very nice screenshot of a lap I did round it earlier.
Yeah.
I slowed the camera down and pinpointed my apex line through that entrance to the chicane. I was technically off the track with all 4 wheels, but it was still a valid lap, as that's Bacardi going through. Is he going to thread the needle? Yep. Both cars into one corner,
Yeah, I was saying he got 2 moves done there.
and now he's going to have to get a move on, because Bruges won't like that. Especially as I know that even on ARS they're all even. So now is he quick enough to break the DRS train?
So this is interesting. So the top 2 have stopped. So Fritz put on the mediums. He's going to have to pit again at some point. So I'm assuming he will be going to the softs. Trim has put on the hards. I think that was under the safety car. So lap 5. Can he get those hards to the end?
No, is the answer.
You don't think?
Absolutely not.
They reckon you can do 14 laps on the softs. 28 laps on the mediums, on the hards, 27 laps.
So,
Some under the safety car.
yeah, basically you add, for every tyre compound, you add 2 or 3 laps to the compound lifespan over a 50% race. So, the hards will do between 20 and 23 laps on a good day. So, if track LF is past Marshall now, that looked like it was team orders.
Yeah, I don't think Marshall would have held him up. I mean,
No.
they're teammates anyway in the Williams. Marshall's a tier 3 driver.
Yeah, that's what I meant by team orders. It would have just been if I'm behind you at some point, let me go in the group chat.
I don't even think it was that. I think he just knew just to do it.
Yeah. It's not Marshall's race.
No.
But Marshall doing well, up in 5th. Has he stopped yet? Yeah, stopped already. Albie is the only one that hasn't stopped yet. So Albie is going deep on those hards, aiming for a safety car within the next lap or two.
Yeah.
But Marshall's 14 laps in on those hards, so they're not going to be feeling great. And he's got Rick for company, but then he's got a little bit of a gap to Albie.
Have you I noticed someone was
Albie's
playing the
slow.
beta earlier of the new game. Have you got the beta of the new game or not?
No, I wasn't offered it.
Oh.
And I didn't know if I had to sign up for it or anything. So, I've not even pre-ordered it yet. If I'm being honest, I'll get round to doing it at some point this weekend.
I pre-ordered it tonight just before we started.
I've got a 40 quid Argos gift card that I can transfer over to a PlayStation
Oh, nice.
gift card. So I just need to do that. And then it's only 36 quid something that I've actually got to pay out. So Colin is past Marshall.
Oh, it's flicked. It's a 3-second penalty now.
Yeah.
That's 11 people.
Yep. If there's a late safety car, in the next, I'd say within the next 6 laps, then Mechanical is actually going to be laughing his way into a top 10.
Yeah, with all these penalties.
But it is a very, very tight.
Sending a move on King Panda there going into the I don't know what it's called, the double wide.
Yeah, no idea.
That was a crazy move. I hate going through this by myself, let alone next side by side with someone.
Yeah,
Can go through that chicane side by side. I remember doing it with Colby.
Yes, you can, but it just takes a lot of respect on both sides in order to. And Kingfighter is in.
See what
So
tyres he's going to put on
his
the
hards have given up.
Well, you could go softs here.
I'm going mediums.
No, yeah, he's going mediums. I say 10 laps to go. They reckon 14.
Yeah.
The soft's going to work. Albie's in. Albie's
Yeah,
got his
it's
mediums
going to
on.
drop him all the way to the bottom, like pretty much all the way to the back.
Yeah, the field's not very close together, is it, at the moment?
No, that's the thing. This track, there's so much pace differential between the drivers that somebody will lap in the 16s and the car right at the back will be lapping in the 20s. As shown, Mechanical's just on a 19 flat on that last lap. And the fastest lap at the moment is a 17.8, well, 17.9. Sorry, 16.6. So and Mechanicals is an 18.8. So 2.2 seconds difference on the fastest lap.
Nice.
So times that by 23 laps, you've got over a 40-second gap between those two
Oh,
drivers.
Marshall's into the pits. So Marshall's dropping down. Marshall was doing a good job there. He's been holding up Bruges, who's the championship leader at the moment. So Bruges is now 4 seconds behind Colin.
Yep, like Albie managed to get in and out and still sticking to 15th place and keep a 13-second gap on Mechanical. And Marshall has managed to get out and a 13-second gap. And that's Marshall's second stop. So, yeah, tyre wear being significantly higher today.
Yeah. We have got Fritz here, though, on the soft tyre. The only one to try it.
It's brave. I mean, you did say that he was doing like 5 laps on his quali runs, didn't you?
Yeah.
So he might have been seeing what it was like on low fuel.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm just seeing how many attack laps he could get in. Harry Luckman has just picked up a 3-second penalty. So that's everybody from Bacardi down to Marshall. So that's what, 8 drivers?
Yeah.
9 drivers? I'm just seeing if we... Ooh, as I jumped on board with Greg, he was on the exit curve of the Villeneuve chicane, and you can get beached on it. And he was just kind of grinding along the sausage curve on the exit.
Yeah, just grinding. I hate it. Oh, was it Jeddah? That's bad for that one there.
Turn 7 or
Yeah.
8. Yeah. Yeah, it's the same here through the chicane on this exit curve.
I've not done it yet. I've not done any practice enough. I ain't got a set up yet. Airways for the 3-second penalty. That's another one.
Yeah, let's see what people are actually on. So, Colin, League of LF is on 3 seconds. League of Ireland on 8. Bacardi on 8. Jag Greg on 11.
Oh, Jesus.
VDV, Flicks, Colby, as Flicks and VDV have finally traded places. That's for track position at the moment. As Colby and King Vi have swapped places. Airways and Marshall have also swapped places. So there's little squabbles going on. Oh, as that's Marshall round. And Airways has collected him.
Could that be a safety? No, it's not a safety car.
No. It was 2 into 1 didn't go,
Yeah.
and then a bump.
And they're putting a lot of pressure on Trim now.
Yes.
Trim's still got 70% ERS though.
Yeah, but DRS, ERS here
And the fresher tyre.
is just
There's,
OP.
what, 10 laps difference between the 2 tyres.
Yeah.
Trim's doing well though, hanging it out there.
Yeah, but he's already 6 tenths behind as they exit the first sequence of quarters. I'm going to say that Rick is going to be the one to watch now.
I say Rick can jump up a few.
If he can get close enough. But his ERS is not looking great. Like, LF has got enough time to stretch his legs now and pull that gap out. As long as he can get out of DRS range by... Yeah, he's out of it already.
Yeah.
As Mechanical has got past Airways as Airways is in the pits. And so is Greg's in and he's opted for softs. At this point, I'm not being harsh here. The fastest lap doesn't go down to P15. All you're going to do is take away the fastest lap from somebody in the top 10. Yes, it means your constructor won't get it, but another won't. Neither will somebody else's. But you're not going to make up a 20-second gap in 5 laps to cause further up the track by paying for a set of softs just to go for the fastest
rear
lap.
tyres were going off, like you said. Rears were struggling here.
Oh, mine was just because my setup was shit.
Oh, so it's just a skill issue.
Yeah, absolutely. I've never liked this track. I never will like this track.
No, I don't like this track.
I think it has no flow to it. There's nothing fun about it. Oh no, sorry. There is one fun bit about the track. It's called the finish line, if you ever make it.
Yep. You know, the run down to turn 1 is a bit better on this track.
Nah. I'll be 3 seconds, so that's him on 6.
Flix is really behind Bacardi and Bruges now.
Yep, he's
As
got
he's
them moved
beside
on.
Bacardi.
Is he got to be close enough? Is he thinking about it? He
Yeah,
thought about
He
it.
did think about it. You saw that dart there, then he backed out.
Yeah, that was am I close enough for the lunge? But I'm glad he actually thought twice on it. Like, Bacardi's going to plummet at this rate with that 8 seconds. But he gets the speed in the pit lane, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, just look at the gap between the leaders. Like, that's not Bacardi on 11 seconds now.
Jesus Christ.
Like, LF has cleared that 3-second penalty window.
Well, yeah, he's off at 4 seconds now.
So, and then you look at the track map, he's leaving turn 1. As everybody else behind him is just hitting the brakes for it.
Well, that is flick past Bruges. And this is hurting Bruges as well, because Bruges is championship leader at the moment.
By how many points?
15, I believe.
I'll take a look.
I did look earlier, but I forgot.
If my phone stops telling me the results. So driver standings. Bruges was 17 points ahead of LF going into today. So the difference between first and what is going to be fourth is not 17 points. So he will still be leading the championship at the end of the race weekend, but the gap will be cut down.
That's Rick making a move on Trim.
Yeah. So LF is doing enough to push it into next week for the championship. But oh crap! I didn't realise that we could actually crown champion. We might be able to crown champions today.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because are we round 13, round 11, aren't we?
Yep.
Of 12. So yeah, Super Striker in Tier 2 could be Tier 2 champ. All he needs to do is just, I know we're doing Tier 1, become Tier 2 champ if he just maintains the gap he's got, because he's got a 35 point gap at the moment. So as long as it's 26 points plus before next week, unless next week is a sprint. So
Yeah,
it needs to be
more.
what, 34 points. Yeah, 34 points or more going into next week. Because it's 8 points for first in the sprint. Splits and Bruges. There we go. Changing positions again.
Yeah. Fritz has got so much more pace on those soft tyres.
Yeah, but they're also fighting each other, and Bacardi's now getting involved in this little battle. As that's Alvi past Colby, but
We
Colby's
came
not
alive a
giving
little
up.
bit.
Yeah, Colby's going to take that position back anyway at the end of the race if he can stay within the track
Oh, Fritz
limits.
has lost it. It's back on the track, but he had
Yeah.
a horrible time there, and he's ended up losing places now again to Bacardi and Bruges.
Yeah, I've just seen Bacardi go off track after running deep through the chicane.
Colin now right on the back of Trim, and he's making a move to the inside.
And done. Dusted.
Done and dusted. And there's 26 laps on these hards. They must be screaming at him by now.
I mean, I did say they wouldn't make it, but that is a stint and a half as Jed Gregg picks up a penalty on those tyres.
Yeah.
That's another 3, I think. Yep, he's on 9 seconds. So, by the looks of it, Mechanical is going to pick up a couple of points just by keeping it penalty free.
Yeah,
It's not been an eventful race for him, but it's still chipping away at points at this stage of the season. So Rick has got a penalty on the final lap. So well done, LF.
Finished. Rick will be second. Colin will bring it third, but I think JJ will take it. Yep, JJ will take it. 27.
Bacardi's crossed the line in 5th, but how far is he going to drop? Bruges got 4th in the end.
That's handy for Bruges.
Yeah, I did say
on those tyres.
That's a stint and a half.
Literally.
Yeah, well, to me it'd be a stint and a half on those tyres because I would have pitted about 8 or 9 laps earlier. But yeah, he got him switched on and working.
Yeah.
We're just waiting on Marshall. It looked like Greg ran out of fuel as he crossed the line.
There's a safety car. How do you run out of fuel with a safety car?
Under fuel, expecting more than one.
Oh. Jesus Christ on the motorbike.
Flicks is going to come up as DNF'd because he's just left the session before.
Is that glitch still in there as well?
I think so. How much podium pass points do I get? 150. I know. It's counted as P6. It's fine. Yeah, as I said, Jag Greg taking the fastest lap, but finishes 13th. Takes that point away from another constructor.
Bacardi, drive the day for me. No, definitely not Bacardi. You didn't do 27 laps in the hards, mate. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, right, are you going to scroll down and get the results?
Yeah, I'll do that. If you want to invite the podium sitters in.
Who are the podium sitters? LF,
Greg
Rick,
got the fastest lap in the end.
Jag Greg.
LF Racing, Rick and Trim.
Okay, invited.
Bacardi, top three way too fast. Are they too fast, Bacardi, or are you too slow?
I will just give the podium sitters a minute or so to get in. Because some of them don't have their headsets connected, do they, while they race?
No. Oh, there's Trim joining. I don't think LF's going to join. He never joins, to be fair.
What's up, boys?
You right?
Yeah, man. Sweating.
Make sure your game audio sharing is on, please.
Thinks it is. Check on stream.
How about you check on stream?
Right, 2 seconds. Right.
Yeah, I am.
Right, 2 seconds. Right.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, everybody can hear you,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Well, we will start with you, Trim. 27 laps in those hards.
Yeah, that was tough.
How were they feeling?
Yeah, I think I had 23% on my right rear, 27 on my left, and 32s on the front.
Is that it?
It was tough, man. But I had enough sitting in that traffic at the start because I was losing time and the tyres didn't feel good. I just wanted to do my own race, and I've been stuck here before where I haven't pitted, and then pitted later on and lost a lot of positions. So I just took the gamble and played the long game, and it worked from where I was anyway.
Well, it definitely worked. I mean, you didn't fight LF when he came towards you.
I weren't fighting anyone. I was fighting myself.
Fight in the car.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the way to do it.
As I said, it was a stint and a half. It is impressive that you managed to get them to last that long because the game says that they were only going to last like 20 laps. So to draw them out for 6, 7 laps longer, as well as trying to push to keep yourself in contention for penalty windows.
Well, believe it or not, after lap 1 and 2, I already had my 2 warnings. So that was another reason why I boxed. So I didn't get a 3-second penalty because I knew everyone around here is going to get a lot of penalties. So I just tried to, like I say, get the moves done after the safety car, which ones I could, and then just do my own race. Because it's a long pit lane here, you lose a lot of time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think it's the 2nd or 3rd longest pit lane on the calendar, behind France and Portugal.
Okay.
Oh, behind France and Silverstone, sorry. Portimao's is quite short. Um, but yeah, after that safety car, you didn't exactly come out in completely fresh traffic when you stopped during it. You came out, what, like P13?
Yeah, I think so. I was behind Colin.
Yeah. Again, another tough competitor, and only lost out on a podium himself due to speeding in the pit lane.
No, it was all about mechanical. I come behind him. That's what, the thing is, like, I know over a race distance, if there's no safety cars, I'm going to struggle to keep up with them boys, so I have to do something different. So, and it worked. And it's me and Colin have been fighting quite a lot in the Aston. Been fighting quite a lot this season for podiums, and it's just nice to be up there, mate. To be honest.
Nice to see you up there. I mean, you see you in midfield and all the time. It's like nice to see you starting to. You came alive at the end of the season. To be fair.
Yeah, like I missed a few because a couple of good tracks as well. As I was busy and had my birthday and that, but I would have got another one last week, but got caught up with Dave going around the left-hander and flat out. But it's what it is, isn't it?
It is, and you can now boast to your brother that he's the B-Tech trim.
He's always been the B-Tech trim. He's just got a couple more trophies than me.
But yeah, it was a solid race from when I jumped on, which was about lap 6. Very solid driving. That stint is one for the Kane Lowry history books.
Yeah.
Because that was a Kane Lowry stint.
Yeah, I've just let him out the front door just before I come on. He's gone now.
Oh, that's what it is. It's Kane driving fear.
Yeah.
Well,
Kane can't have his
P2.
Yeah.
You there?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me alright?
Yeah.
Okay.
What up, Rick?
I have a new headset, so just testing.
Yeah. I thought we were going to be talking to the Stig then. Just no response.
I didn't hear you. Well, yeah, I'm quite surprised, honestly. I thought I would get a lot more track limits, but apparently I managed to avoid it. Again, another pretty good comeback race, starting P7, I kind of screwed my own qualifying lap. I invalidated my lap, so yeah, not great.
If you count him starting P7 as a comeback race, then
well,
I don't want to know what a successful qualifying for you is.
A little bit, alright, not a mega comeback, but still a pretty decent comeback.
Steve, would you be happy with P7 in quali?
Oh, definitely.
Well, I'm not, but I mean it happens, I'm surprised I had such good pace, the first safety car, I thought it was a little bit too early to pit, so
you're welcome.
Thanks. And with other people picking up track limits, I wasn't really worried that I was not gonna get a podium looking at the pace. Like Colin, I think he had like 8 seconds of penalties, so I mean if the pace wasn't as good, I could have just stuck behind him. So I mean, yeah, I'm really happy, honestly. Didn't expect that.
No, especially as you started the season off as a reserve, didn't you?
I did.
And now you're casually floating. I think you're now up into the top 7 or 8 in the driver standings by the end of this evening.
Damn. Okay.
There's a massive points drop off after 7th and 8th in the driver standings. It goes like 60, 70 points down to like 20. So there's a big drop off.
Yeah.
But it is well deserved. Like since you took over that seat, you have performed very well. Very quick over 1 lap and consistent race pace. It's almost frightening your one lap pace at times. Like during quali, I was just sat there going, "How you beat my TT time with your first lap out the pits in Q1?"
Well, I don't know.
I mean, when you drive like Miss Daisy, Kieran, anyone's going to beat your TT time.
Steve, there's 2 tiers between us. Pipe down.
Surprised, is your car got any parts left, Kieran, for the rest of the season?
Yes, it has. Left over from last season from where I didn't DNF. But less of that, you, or I'll crash into you in Brazil.
No problem.
Uh-oh, better watch out.
What actually happened out by accident?
Just casually braking for turn 1 and there's suddenly a McLaren in your side pod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kaboom.
Would it be the first time with us?
It hasn't happened for ages, though. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened for ages.
Yeah.
Should we change that?
No. No, we shouldn't. Not purposely, anyway. But yeah, fantastic drive from the pair of you two.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Actually provided decent racing at the front for once, instead of just having Steve focused on the leader driving away from everybody.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, it was actually good fun to ride on board and actually watch what's happening at the front of the tier instead of being stuck at the back of it. And you guys are just turning into utter aliens. We got rid of Pink Eye, and you guys have just replaced him fourfold. Like, you, Bruges, LF, and Legal Island Colin have all just gone, okay, Pink Eye is gone. We'll just multiply him by 4 and have 4 aliens instead.
I think LF's on his own, to be
Yeah,
honest, and then the rest of us are quite close.
I haven't seen LF that whole race. Well, for 1 lap and that's it. He was gone.
I did. He was waving at me.
Yeah, he sniffed your gearbox for a couple of corners, waved at you, and then just disappeared.
Yeah.
Like, we were talking about this, he was following you, literally, his nose cone was on your gearbox, but he wasn't pushing you around the corner. His nose cone was that close to you that I was looking out off of your rear wing.
Yeah.
I could see, like, I couldn't see his nose cone. He was that
quality,
close to you.
mate. He's quality. He's unreal.
Different level of.
Yeah, he is.
It'd be interesting next season because I think Pink Eye's coming back next season, isn't he?
No. No.
From what I've seen with the new game, it's meant to bring everyone kind of closer together. So.
Yes, because it's off topic, and we'll wrap this up in a moment. Because LF hasn't joined, has he?
No.
No.
We have the introduction of engine braking, which will recharge your ERS. So the people that are actually capable of engine braking are going to be running on pretty much full ERS every lap, and those that struggle are going, like, you can change your engine to brake between 10 and 90%, 10 and 100% to recharge the ERS. So whichever you're comfortable with depends on how much ERS you're going to regen every lap. So people are going to be regenning between like 18-20% a lap, and others are 2 to 3%.
It's going to suit the manual drivers a lot, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think. Well, yeah. I think it's going to suit Will more than it's going to suit Control as well.
Apparently the handling model is actually now aimed more at pad players because they've focused on wheel players for the last couple of years. So they're trying to get pad players back into it.
Well, we
Fair
will see,
enough.
boys.
Yeah.
Thank you for tonight. Thanks for having me on. It was a good race.
You're welcome, and go celebrate the pair of you.
Yep, go shake that champagne. Right, thank you for joining, and I'm ending the stream now.
See you later.
See you later.